The interesting post on Medium that I found today talk about five good reasons why you should not start a business. Somehow that mentioned to don't start a business if you don't know these five reasons. Number one, this blog from Ria, Rainier Barnster talk about five reasons you should not start a business. Number one, your idea is not good enough. You have no UPS. Similar businesses are closing down like this. Are you taking a risk expecting people to know about the completely unique product or segment you are trying to make money off or invent? Why would people pay you and not a bigger, more established agency or provider who offers the same service? What is your unique selling point? Are other businesses or brands you are trying to emulate thriving or going out of business? Why you why would people pay more for your product rather than going to established company with cheaper price who will offer a solid refund policy if we need it? If you can't come up with some good answers here, don't invest too much to this business. If you don't know how good you are, you should not. And number two, you don't understand the success vs versus cash flow equation. You don't understand the success versus cash flow equation. Money doesn't fall out of the sky when you are successful in business. For for the most part, it gets stuck. It gets sucked out of your bank account, your mortgage, your parents' bank account, your super fund, your children's college fund, your equality, your brother's bank account, payday lender, crowdfunding lenders, your neighbors. Have you ever watched Shark Tank and heard how much money these businesses are turning over? Uh, yet they yet they go on this show asking for money or cash flow equation. It takes time to build up a stable of repeat customers who will pay off your initial investment. In the meantime, you need money to pay for the products, staff, and advertising to provide the goods and services to gain those customers. That takes money and your time. Success needs cash flow or credit for at and time. Where is it going to come from? Okay. A business I know on social media went viral once. They got thousands of orders from all over Australia and the world. 3 months later, their Facebook page was awash with angry complaints from people saying you took my money and I never got my product. I'm reporting you to fair trading. They soon went out of business and disappeared. When people want your product but you don't have the money to pay to make the goods, you need a loan. If you can't get one, you don't take people's money. Okay? If you don't want to leave money on the table, you have to have a line of credit before the business starts pumping. Okay? You don't understand the success versus cash flow equation, you might should not start the business. And number three, you don't understand marketing is an ongoing cost. Marketing is an ongoing cost. Relying on your friends and family to buy from you and making a few posts on Facebook or Instagram isn't going to cut it forever. I am for I am all for enterprise and shit, but flocky overprices make up to your Facebook friends as part of a pyramid scheme doesn't make you a business woman, Stacy. It makes you a cunt. You need to be spending to find new customers on Facebook, LinkedIn, Google AdWords, Amazon, Instagram, radio, Reddit, face-to-face festivals, and pop-up store with a good footfall. Uh, Whenever your audience is, you need to be targeting them. Can you afford that? Can you be bothered doing that? If you don't know the first thing about advertising on these platforms, you might want to learn about you spending anything on starting a business, as this is where a lot of your money or time budget needs to go in the beginning of a business. Yes, you can build a profile on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter and get some really nice vanity metrics happening, but people rarely see something and just buy it after seeing it on socials. The theory is that people need to see something 3 times before they even consider buying. People need to see something 3 times before they even consider buying. How are you going to find your new customer 3 times and then maybe hope to make a sale of them? Good creative, constant advertising that how. Just because someone has bought your product before doesn't mean they will buy it again. Okay? You need to be constantly finding a new customer and impressing the old ones. Here are some quick tests. Are you prepared to tell every single person to meet about your business and try to sell your products to them? Again, are you prepared to tell every single person you meet about your business and try to sell your product to them? In the post office, the bank queue, uh, the supermarket, I've done all of these things as cringed worthily as it sounds. At the time, I was just chatting to people and they seemed interested enough. In fact, a block in the post office line grabbed a bottle of my sauce off the shelf and bought it just because I spoke to him about it. Everyone in the busy Christmas post office queue saw that interaction and heard my origin story. How many can I put you down for? A lot? People say a lot. I need this. Oh, even if it just telling people, even if it's just telling people that you run a business, you have to be your own biggest advertiser at all times. If the answer to this test is no, that's embarrassing, Renee, I wouldn't do that. Then you are not cut out for starting your own business. And number four, you are already too committed in your life to start a business. You are already too committed in your life to start a business. Do you have a full-time job and career you care about and have worked hard at? Are you willing to walk away from that career and income if your business picks up? Are you prepared to lose that income and go down to a fraction of that income if you run your own business full time? Are you prepared to go back to a lesser job and income in the future if your business fails? Do you have little kids that you want to see grow up? What happens if your business takes off and you get pulled away from your kids more than your 9 to 5 job pulls you away? Entrepreneurs work 80 hours a week to avoid working 40. Are you captain of your netball team? Did you set some health and business goals you really want to reach? Do you still like hanging out with your friends? Are you willing to sacrifice all of this if your business take off? Because the market doesn't wait for you to lose 5 kilos. Is your spouse or partner understanding of the fact that if these businesses take off, they will see even less of you and they will have to pick up the slack at home, cooking, cleaning, shopping, looking after the kids or weekend, and even helping with the businesses? Throwing everything into a business is something I would only ever advise younger people who own their own home to do. Don't put the financial security of your family at risk. Don't put a happy home life at risk for this pipe dream. You don't want to look back and realize you missed seeing your kids grow up because you were down at the farmer market trying to convince Thai RS who just want a free taste to buy your overpriced organic jam like this. Okay, and number 5, the last one. You fundamentally don't understand business or expression. It's just a business. If you think like it, you should not start a business at all. True story. In early 2016, some friends came over and I told them how business has rise to 50,000 Australian dollars in the crowdfunding campaign a few months earlier. My friend is very intelligent lawyer with the corporate job. Her response was, "That's fabulous, Renee. Did you pay it straight off the mortgage?" If that story didn't get at least the chuckle out of you, then you fundamentally don't understand business. When your business pulls in lots of money, you can't just go shopping like when you do extra hours at works at work and get paid overtime. It means you have customer. If you have done your job right, they will come back and want more of your products or services, and for that you will need the money your business just made. Uh, it it's not uncommon to not get paid for years when you start your own business because all profits get poured back in the business so it can grow. Here is another question to see how much you understand about business. You start a business, you start your business, right? And right out of the gate, you get a big juicy order contract or client. You don't know these people from a bar and of soap, but boy have they dangled a carrot. How quickly do you send them your stock? Get working on their account immediately, Rene. If I do a good job, there will be more work orders in it for me. A month later, the invoice is due and they don't pay you. So you email it again and they don't pay you. So you ring them up and they say, yes, yes, I will pay you next week. And they will, and they don't. And this goes on and on and on. And you realize, I've just been fucked over. This is nothing I can do about this. Welcome to business decade. Should I call some trade reference when you got their credit application, call it a hole. When I did a what? Exactly. Do you want to know my definition of business? It's doing the right thing by people while trying not to get fucked over by shit. uh, this all it is. You must have integration to build your reputation while putting measures in place that protect you from something. I have never been fucked over business unless you count the shitty PR firm who did nothing for the money I paid them. Uh, this time, this one time early on, someone tried to not pay me for such, but I made it clear I would be annoying him with my physical presence until I got paid. I got paid. No one ever got terms of me again, especially not in experiences business people or friend. In my experience, friends are the worst people to do business with. I sincerely believe that. I once let a friend sublet a room of me when I went traveling. This was effectively a handshake business transaction, and our contract was our period 10 years of friendship. She didn't pay me a cent of rent for 5 months, and then when I finally got home and said, "What the fuck? You owe me 5 months of London rent that I paid while I was on holiday." She tried to whistle out of paying it by saying the house was too cold and not worth the money that she hadn't paid. She didn't think to bring this up when she accepted the room and the price before I left the country for 5 months. I learned a long time ago that if a great old friend can do that to you, another business owner who doesn't owe you shit will do the same thing in the heartbeat. That are everywhere in business. Dresses in sheep's clothing, in my experience, the bigger to smile to shitter. Now, if I've got you questioning, so I have to invest my own saving, work more hours, not get paid, and constantly fend off people trying to farm me over. And over the next 10 years, there is 70% chance I lost everything I've put in. Then yes, my friend, you are not you are now fully prepared to start your own business. Oh, and by the way, it's just business. It is code for you are about to get fucked over. Success is like being pregnant. Everyone say congratulations, congratulations, but nobody knows how many times you were fucked. Okay, this is the all of the this topic, 5 good reason you when you should not start a business by Rene Barnster from medium.com. Barnster, 5 good reason why you should not start a business. Thank you so much for today.